I remember how emasculating it felt to think that I just wasn't cut out for those girls, that I just wasn't born a certain way, and so there was little I could do. But I did do something eventually. Big booty.
That's so funny. My booty is not.
Let's have a look.
No, I don't. No, get out of here.
Let's have an objective examination. It could be bigger.
It could.
Then you'd be big booty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's nice.
Fair enough.
What's your name?
Vadim.
Vadim.
Enchanté. Did you lock it up?
Locked and loaded.
All right. Are you down to smoke?
I'm doing a smoke. I am deeply attracted to you, obviously. And it's when my friends...
I can't read social cues. I'm very socially awkward. Hey guys, Vadim back at it again, and I'm psyched. You've made it. You went through the Honest Chemistry Workshop. In video 1, I introduced you to the "it's all just a dance" philosophy, dispelled some common myths about women and dating, why looks, money, and status aren't essential for success, and why the notion of not being good enough can be a trap. In video 2, building on the dancing analogy, I revealed the 3 pillars of honest chemistry, which are alpha attractiveness, sexual tension, and relatable connection, and how they work together to create that magic with women. And in video 3, I opened your eyes to the 5 most common reasons guys fuck up their interactions, their dates, and their relationships, often unknowingly. Today, we're gonna wrap up everything with a bang. No pun intended. Because today is the day you finally get to decide if you want to take full control of your romantic life once and for all. Now that you've been through the free workshop and understand the power of building chemistry with women, it's time to go above and beyond what I've shown you so far. Because after spending over a decade learning all the ins and outs of how to meet, attract, and date beautiful women, I can confidently assert that I've put together my magnum opus. That's Latin for most important work to date. A comprehensive system to help you take control of your love life now. No bullshit, no pickup lines, no magic pills, and especially no more lonely nights wondering, why did that cute girl from the gym drop off after our first date? Just real solutions so you can start capitalizing on your dating opportunities instead of living vicariously through Matthew McConaughey's rom-coms. Introducing my Honest Chemistry course, where I teach you the same principles, tools, and techniques that I teach my students on live programs that has them attracting and connecting with all the girls they never thought they could. You'll learn exactly what it means to build and maintain chemistry with women and how to do it every step of the way from first meeting them to sex and beyond. But first, you might be wondering, how the hell did I get here? How and why was I able to create a course like this? So let me give you some backstory. Honestly, I can't help but look back and laugh. But as the Russian expression goes, it's laughter through tears. Because for me, figuring out this area of attraction, chemistry, and dating dynamics was no easy journey. Far from it, in fact. Growing up in Canada as a poor Russian immigrant kid, all I wanted to do is live out the life of American teen films. Have cool friends, date hot girls, hang out at the beach, and go to prom. But that was not to be. First of all, because the beach in Toronto was really far and cold most of the time, but most importantly, because I was this over-analytical, mildly neurotic, and goofy kid who was pretty awkward around girls. And while my friends were not exactly losers, they certainly weren't hanging out with any of the hotties, let alone hooking me up. It was a sad state of affairs. I remember once asking a girl out to the movies, and she said, "As friends?" And I said, as more than friends? And then it got weird. But jokes aside, I hated watching other guys being able to effortlessly pull up to some of the girls I'd be crushing on and be able to chat them up like it was 1 + 1. I remember how emasculating it felt to think that I just wasn't cut out for those girls, that I just wasn't born a certain way, and so there was little I could do. But I did do something eventually. And it was that pain, but also a general curiosity that drove me to wanting to figure things out. That's when I found the art of pickup. And I get it, there's this whole stigma around pickup artists and how they're sleazy and all, but this was still an essential part of my journey. Not only did I acquire some generally valuable knowledge, these pickup techniques and routines I learned actually did get me results. I lost my virginity at the ripe age of 19, got dates, slept with a bunch of very attractive girls, and even got into my first serious relationship a few years later. Technically, pickup solved my problems. But then I was faced with another problem. It didn't feel authentic. It didn't feel congruent. It felt like a fraud, hiding behind the facade of some guy trying to be cool, just executing these rules and tactics that I had learned, scared of being found out, scared of being completely real with girls. It was the opposite of liberating. This realization started at the age of 21 when I lost this really cool girl that I had been dating because I was being weird and immature. She canceled our trip to the south of France and broke my fucking heart. The final straw was when a couple of years later, I performed a routine called The Cube on this one girl, and it just backfired hard. It was supposed to be this cold read, but I misread her completely. She got weirded out. The whole thing just felt so forced and awkward and left me feeling like an idiot. And so that's when I made the decision to figure this out for good. I wanted to learn how to be naturally attractive and charismatic, what it meant to be masculine, and how to own your sexual intent, how to form genuine connections, how to reconcile the principles of pickup that were working with an authentic approach. Lastly, I wanted to understand what this thing we call chemistry is really comprised of. This meant doing tons of research and readings, and of course talking to, sleeping with, and dating lots of women, or at least trying to, because I can assure you, I had my fair share of rejections along the way. Thankfully, I had my obsession driving me, and a sense of curiosity and adventure that eclipsed all my fears, doubts, and the rejections that followed. Because for me, getting this handled would be the ultimate freedom. It not only meant finally becoming that guy who's super comfortable with women and secure in his relationships, but more than that, it meant living a life of true abundance instead of fear. Through this process, I developed my lighthearted and comedic outlook on male-female dynamics and on life overall. It is that attitude, among other things, that I want to pass on to you.
Well, I was in the corporate world back then. I was in finance. And I remember at some points thinking like maybe an MBA or maybe like a CFA.
Yeah, like no.
I started down the CFA route and then I was just like, I can't fucking do this. I had like a quarter life crisis when I was like 25. And I was like, all right, I'm going down the entrepreneurial route. I got out of finance. I felt like I was dying a small death every day, you know?
Well, I know.
You know the feeling?
Yeah, I know.
Well, because
Yeah,
you're working now.
Changing jobs. Yeah, I took a sabbatical and I'm changing jobs.
The pandemic made me rethink my life.
Yeah.
I want to
I'm
be a
one of that.
cosmetician.
Yeah, something
What,
like
what
that.
were you working in?
I was working in consulting, management consulting.
Okay, hours are pretty bad, huh?
Yeah, it was really bad. It was 10 years doing that.
In Brazil?
Well, yeah, in South America.
Okay.
Based in Sao Paulo, but just...
But they were sending me on assignments.
Yeah, pretty much. You make fun of everything I say. It's amazing.
I'm not making fun.
How I'm still saying
I'm not making fun, excuse me. I am, see, okay, my perspective is life is a comedy. So like, when I hear things I can kind of relate to, I kind of like to see the humor in it. Doesn't mean I'm making fun.
Yeah,
I'm laughing.
Wait, were you just walking by yourself?
Yeah, I'm meeting a friend in,
Okay.
I'm running some errands. I need to get a laptop bag, maybe some clothes, and then I'm meeting a friend in like an hour or so, grab some food.
I'll give you my American number that I haven't memorized yet.
I'm guessing you have WhatsApp?
Oh yeah, WhatsApp is on my
I prefer that over Android message.
So
In truth, there were so many epiphanies along the way, but I remember this one shroom trip where it all just fucking clicked. From that point on, I saw the mating dance for what it really is, a dance. And that's when the 3 pillars of honest chemistry were born. Alpha attractiveness, sexual tension, and relatable connection. The formula that had eluded me for years. And so, going forward, almost like magic, I was able to build chemistry with nearly any woman, anywhere, anytime. The reason I say nearly is because I respect your intelligence. If anyone ever tells you that they can get any girl you want, they're just marketing charlatans. But man, I started sleeping with and dating some hot teas, and with less effort than ever before. And the thing is, weird thoughts about what if she leaves or what if she finds me out ceased. I had crossed over to the other side. But look, before we go any deeper, I need to take a moment to be real with you. If you're looking for some kind of magic bullet solution that gets you sleeping with all the 9s and 10s each week with these 5 easy fixes, this is not for you. This is a system. More than that, it's a way of being that will give you control over the opportunities you create with women in your own city and beyond. It'll give you complete freedom and choice, providing you the right mindsets, tools, and processes to get started and steadily improve. This will also spill over into other areas of your life and give you confidence with your career, networking, and other non-romantic relationships. But I want to reassert who this is not for. This course isn't for you if you just want to sit around crying, woe is me, not taking responsibility for your life and complaining about how some guy has it easier. This course is for go-getters, winners, and guys that aren't afraid of becoming that guy who women talk to their friends about. And for the ones doubtful because they still think looks, money, and status are everything, no, no, and no. Guys like David Spade, Al Pacino, Jack Nicholson, Howard Stern, Sean Penn, Mark Anthony, Pete Davidson, to name a few, all dated their fair share of beautiful women. And I don't think it was because of their exceptional good looks or because these women needed financial assistance. Far from it. And it's not just celebrities. I'm sure you've personally seen regular, average-looking dudes dating out of their league. Yours truly, with his balding head and sexy dad bod, is testament to that. What all these guys have in common is that they know how to dance the dance. And while they're not exactly slobs or broke, what's more important is that they can make a woman feel a certain way with their words, their energy, and their behavior. You see, money and resources only help insofar as the practicalities of dating a certain caliber of women are concerned. College students, modest hipster girls, and struggling actresses, for example, may not require much. But established professional women, successful artists, or popular IG models are used to a different lifestyle. So, what matters is that you learn to attract and build chemistry with women in general, and then date the ones that align with your goals and lifestyle.
I drove.
So you have a car?
Yeah.
Oh, respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Logan Square.
You are?
Yeah.
Is that like, that's like the artsy kind of
It's kind of this
village?
up-and-coming hipster spot.
Like,
Yeah.
I was trying
It's pretty
to
cool.
get a job at like a art gallery or something. So
Oh, yeah?
I was trying to like, yeah.
What happened? They rejected you? They're like,
No,
this girl's
I mean,
rocking
like-
Prada bags.
I mean,
We
like-
don't want her.
I mean, like before, like, they have a lot of cool galleries in Logan Square. That
They do?
Yeah. and
Okay.
Felsen.
Okay. Well, maybe we
So,
can
yeah.
explore, grab a drink, explore some galleries.
Yeah.
If you can drive up. I don't have a car. I've been like Ubering
Yeah.
/ taking the train. Okay, well listen, it was cool meeting you.
Yeah, nice
I'll shoot you. So wait, 708.
Ultimately, your success in dating and life comes down to two things. One, developing the confidence to pursue what you want. Two, gaining proficiency in the areas of romantic and social chemistry. And it's my mission to give you both. In fact, the systems and frameworks that I developed were exactly how I was able to help guys like Trevor, a shy architect in his early 30s with next to zero dating experience. He did, however, have a positive attitude, and his sense of humor certainly helped.
No, but for real, you look really cute in your getup, and I wanted to come over and hit on you.
Oh, so
What's your name, by the way?
my hands are wet from the...
That's all right. I don't mind a little.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you Russian?
I am Russian. Did they give it away?
That did not. It was the pink shoes, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because I think I heard somewhere that all Russians like wearing pink shoes.
I think that's
It's a cultural phenomenon.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'll teach my mother that.
You should.
know?
You
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Did you know, Mom? I met this guy on the street who told me
It's part of our culture. It's
part of our culture. You should have known that. You sound very factual right now. Yeah. So we got 9 teams across Canada.
Just trying to give you the details so you know exactly.
Trying to sell me on Canadian football.
I would love to. That's how you learn Canadian football.
Like, what exactly do you do for him? I
I
guess.
work in football operations, but it means I receive all the players' contracts. I input all their bonuses in a database, send out the status reports.
Shit,
Also
high
do-
roller.
Yeah.
Within just a couple of months working with me, we had him chatting up cute girls with confidence. And while I'm not going to tell you that he's now has a solid rotations of 9s and 10s, all thanks to me, he's definitely made some significant progress in becoming a cooler, bolder, more flirtatious guy. He's been on a bunch of dates, slept with a handful of girls, and from what I understand, he's even seeing some girl he really likes at the moment. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, I've also taught guys like Jared, who is a fairly social and charismatic dude. He was just missing certain pieces of the puzzle. He was scared to put himself on the line and be more proactive. He struggled with showing his sexual side, as well as dealing with certain elements of what it means to be real and how to calibrate in certain situations. But this was obviously a much easier case. With my training, we had him crushing it within weeks.
I just had lunch with a friend
Nice.
in Venice, and now I'm just exploring.
Are you from here? You're visiting?
I'm not from here. Can you tell I'm not from here?
Well, I mean, I can tell you're not from here, but I didn't know if you'd moved here.
No,
previously.
no. Where do you think I'm from?
Australia?
Of course. Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. High five.
Thanks.
Yeah. Shouldn't you be like pacing this right now if you're from New York?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I was trying.
like barging people out of the way. Like get out of my way. I need to do stuff. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, yeah. In
Yeah.
New York, but here I feel bad because everyone's so nice. So.
Oh, really?
If you're just like knocking people over, they're like, "What's wrong with you?" Instead of like, "Fuck you, man." So. Oh, cigars?
Yeah?
No, not a single cigar. We do have a lot of alcohol in the office.
Okay, cool. So basically just drunk all day.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's not really work, really.
yeah, yeah.
Moral of the story, wherever you lie on the spectrum, I've got you covered. Look, man, it's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's all about the vibe, I tell you. That's what really matters. That's what a woman looks for in a man, a certain vibe. The vibe that can communicate to her security, sexual passion, and understanding. This is the biggest reason why meeting girls online instead of through cold approach isn't strategic, especially the really attractive ones. Because girls can't experience who you really are and how you can make them feel until they agree to meet up with you in person, that is, which is usually an uphill battle. It's also why guys who do end up meeting up with girls through apps often don't go past the first date because they don't know how to exhibit that certain vibe that sparks and builds chemistry. Now, I'm not saying that by learning this, you'll magically be able to get every girl you ever see. But, as I said before, you ultimately don't need to. It's about generally increasing your opportunities and making the most of the ones that matter. Because trust me, there are only so many women you can handle. And sometimes you'll have more opportunities than you know how to deal with. I mean, just imagine, you're in a city and you have 3 to 5 cool, hot women that want to sleep with you and spend time with you. If you are a busy guy, you'll find that this is way too much and will deliberately have to cut some of them out, which is why I sometimes must exercise strict discipline. It's like dieting, I tell you, because women can be a distraction. These are the kind of quality problems I've faced over the last 7 years as I focus to grow my business and YouTube channel. Meeting thousands of women all across North America and Europe have resulted in countless great dates, out of this world sex, and relationships of every form and flavor, ranging from one-night stands to casual flings, from monogamous to monogamish. It's been one hell of a roller coaster. But a greater joy I've had was the luck to experience seeing my students getting on a similar ride. To be able to see them going from awkward, anxious, confused, just like me in the beginning, to being able to also experience this night and day flip in their lives gave me the motivation to continue creating content and sharing my wisdom. Listen, it took me years of trial and mostly error to figure this shit out so that I can become consistent with my results. And I now want to share all of my discoveries with you, because sharing is caring, am I right? Now I know what you're thinking, Vadim, I just wish things could be easier, like in the movie Limitless, where I could just pop a pill and be a god with women. I hear you, buddy. That would be nice. And maybe in 50 years they'll invent something like that. But in the meantime, this course is the next best thing. I put all of my knowledge into a well-structured series of modules that'll give you complete clarity and the confidence to achieve the results you want. And while I'm tempted to say, and all from the comfort of your laptop, there is a catch. You will still have to go out there and apply yourself. Although something tells me you want that. Otherwise, VR porn is a great alternative, in which case, I don't know why you're even watching this. Honestly, you have no idea how powerful some of the stuff that I'll be sharing with you is. You'll look back and think, how was I not aware of this? How could I have lived in any other way? And the crazy thing is, you'll be doing women a favor. Seriously. They will be so grateful for finally meeting a guy who knows how to dance the fucking dance, so to speak. It'll catch them off guard and rescue them from the monotony of their dating lives. I mean that. Because it's such a breath of fresh air when a guy like you will come along and just hit all the right spots. And I don't mean just emotionally. As for you, never again will you have to worry about girls flaking or dropping off after first dates that you thought went pretty well, or worse, settling for some lackluster relationships just so you can have someone around. And then, before you know it, you're paying some escort $500 a pop because your girl will only blow you on special occasions. Believe me, I've heard it all. And some of you may be wondering, Vadim, I'm already pretty good with women, bro. Do I need this? I hear you, man. Maybe you are good. Maybe you don't need this. I don't know. Success with women really is a subjective thing. I'm certainly not here to say that there's a certain standard that you need to meet to be happy. All I'm saying is that if you want to have a deeper understanding of how the 3 pillars of chemistry may or may not be manifesting themselves in your romantic life, I can teach you that.
Probably be around on Saturday, and like I just don't know. Basically for the next 4 days.
I just had to interrupt you for a second. So you're on call all weekend?
I'm on call for 4 days.
For 4 days?
Yep.
So we can be like hanging at 2 a.m. in the middle of the night, and you're like, damn, I gotta go.
They could call me at, the earliest time they could call me is 7.
I'm saying that if you're yearning to have more freedom, control, and consistency in your results, if you want to date better quality women, if you want better sex and a stronger connections than you're currently experiencing, if you want relationships that are built on radical honesty, understanding, and mutual support, then I got you covered, my dude. Look, the reality is, and you might have noticed this in your friends or your coworkers, is that most men don't take responsibility for their lives, and they don't care to improve themselves or their present situations. Sometimes out of pride or laziness or fear, And then they lie to themselves and become bitter and resentful and all that jazz. So I wouldn't want you to become one of those guys. I also wouldn't want you to be one of those guys just trying to game girls, constantly looking for some quick and dirty tips and tricks. Like my younger self, these guys are always putting up facades that make it hard for them to truly connect. And even if some of them are more experienced and on the surface seem to be getting the kind of results you crave, their relationships with the hot women on their arm are in reality laced with insecurity, game playing, and drama. Look, bottom line, whether you're just starting out on your journey or you're already getting some good results, if any of this resonates with you, you've come to the right place. You deserve to know what's up, to understand what chemistry truly is and how it plays out from you first meeting a girl to when you're in a relationship with her. You deserve to know exactly how you'll be applying everything you're learning here in a frustration-free fashion. We're not just here for lectures at the end of the day. And above all else, you deserve to actually have results, given equivalent action, of course. Now, with that in mind, let's dive into the structure of the course and go through exactly what you'll be gaining. The course will be delivered across 4 main sections in 36 video lessons and 20 hours of premium content. 5 of those hours being in-field, real-life, hidden camera footage with over 100 different examples ranging from short clips to full-length uncut interactions covering a wide spectrum of different scenarios. The lessons are founded upon the 3 pillars of honest chemistry that I've mentioned, which again are alpha attractiveness, sexual tension, and relatable connection. The basic idea is that you need to account for all 3 to effectively spark, build, and maintain chemistry with women. And I go into great detail on how to exactly do that. In section 1, I'll walk you through a bird's eye overview of what the course will entail. In the second section, we'll go through the foundational concepts you need to lay the groundwork for building chemistry. I'll explain what attraction is between a man and a woman and how it works, as well as what value is and how it's conveyed through your honest signals. It's in this section that I'll dispel myths of you needing a sick ride in order to attract women and give you a list of the most important traits based on years of research. Then we'll go over my "it's all just a dance" philosophy so that you can start seeing things through a different lens and adopt a new way of thinking. This will really help you make better sense of male-female interactions. It will also help you adopt a more light-hearted outlook on the topic. I'll also introduce the 3 pillars of honest chemistry in a little more detail and why both sexual tension and a relatable connection need to come from a position of alpha attractiveness in order to be most effective. This will then lead us into what constitutes the man to woman frame and why it should always be present in your dynamics. We'll also discuss why understanding social and romantic chemistry is generally so important, in fact, crucial for your success in life. Finally, I will lay out my general from hello to sex and beyond framework so that you can follow this along for all your interactions, dates, and relationships. Essentially, at the end of section 2, you'll have a very good general understanding of how things work and what we're trying to accomplish in the course. In the third section, we will go deep into how sexual tension is built, covering everything from what it means to be the flirt, to understanding flirtatious subcommunication, to covering a whole range of verbal tools and techniques with no shortage of examples. And for anyone who's hearing the word technique and thinking, does that mean some sleazy old pickup stuff? No, I'm talking about things naturally occurring in social dynamics that are inherent to this mating dance. From there, we will also go over all the physical flirting tools you can use that help not only with building sexual tension, but equally help with establishing comfort and rapport. We then cover how to sexualize your interactions, covering both the verbal, the nonverbal, and physical tools at your disposal. Finally, we delve into some advanced mechanics of sexual tension, where I also explain what the woman must feel before she's ready to have sex, as well as what constitutes and influences arousal. And of course, there is also a whole other video on the nuances, pacing, and calibration of it all. This will seriously cut your learning curve in half and shave off years of pain and frustration. Now, the fourth section is all about connection, comfort, rapport, the mindsets, the principles, and the vehicles to achieve this. We will go into great detail exploring how time and space play a role, the tremendous importance of emotional range and depth, as well as everything to do with the art and science of conversation. So you don't have to worry about that ever again. From the principles to the faux pas to the various styles and forms in which you can move the conversation and interaction forward, to the plethora of subjects that you can explore and connect over. We also look at the various verbal and nonverbal tools for comfort and rapport, like mirroring, pacing, observational humor, and disarming body language, just to name a few. Finally, there's a whole section again on calibration and pacing to tie it all together so that you can see the bigger picture and keep yourself in check. I told you guys I got you covered. Now, you're likely wondering what this feature pack course will cost. But before I hit you with the price, let me first highlight that we also have a 60-day money-back guarantee if you don't believe that this course can get you the results you want. Now, obviously, it would take you some time to go through the course, digest the concepts, and start implementing them. But if you feel like it's not for you, or if you don't start seeing improvements in your chemistry with women, assuming, of course, that you've followed my advice to the T and actively put yourself out there, then I don't want your money. Hit me up and I'll give you a full refund. See, the great thing about a digital course is that I can deliver this to many people at the same time while charging a lot less than I would otherwise have to charge you if I were coaching you live one-on-one. With these private lessons, I typically be charging $500 an hour, and although you could find cheaper coaches, I can guarantee you that you won't find anyone who kinda knows what they're doing for less than $200 an hour. So in a best case scenario, you're looking at $4,000 for 20 hours of training with an inexperienced coach that may or may not be effective. On the other hand, the Honest Chemistry course is jam-packed with 20 hours of training. So what would normally cost you 10 grand to work with me, you'll be getting all for the price of a PlayStation 5, only $997. However, just for the duration of this early bird launch, to reward my biggest supporters, I'm making it half price. That's right, down to $497. But wait, that's not all. To make joining the program an absolute hands down no-brainer, I've also included 5 amazing lengthy video bonuses. Oh, Vadim, you spoil us. That's right. In the first bonus, I'll be teaching you everything to do with how to take a girl home when you're out at night or on a date. In the second bonus, I'll show you how to deal with congruence, aka shit tests, why they happen, how they happen, and what to do about them. Bonus 3 is for those who are curious about the different kind of women they may encounter. I go into great depth discussing the different blueprints that are out there and the different variables that shape these women's behavior. This way you can better adjust your approach to these different women and better understand the kind of women you vibe with best. Illuminating stuff. You may also be curious about how to properly engage with girls over text. That's why in bonus 4, I lay out all my text game chemistry fundamentals, including why you need to capitalize on GIFs, pics, and most importantly, audio and video messaging. Finally, in bonus 5, I cover the fundamentals of sexual chemistry, meaning everything to do with sexual escalation, foreplay, and sex, including how to strike a delicate balance between edgy and rough, but also sensual and affectionate, so that sex with you will hook her harder than crack. I'm serious. But Dean, do you also cover dirty talk? You better fucking believe it, daddy. But if these 5 bonuses are not enough, I'm also, just for those who sign up during this early bird launch, will be throwing in 6 monthly live Q&A group calls where you can ask me anything and everything you want. And of course, we will also be putting you into our exclusive Facebook group where you can meet like-minded guys, share success stories, and push each other. At the end of the day, you are who you surround yourself with. So we wanted you to be around the most dedicated guys in the game. I have spent the last 2 years working on this course, and for the longest time it was only available to a select group of beta users and my live coaching clients. Now, and for the next 5 days only, it's finally open to the public so that you too can get a piece of the action. And while the course is already as close as perfect as I could have made it, I do plan to update it in the future. Add more value, and guess what? All these future benefits will also be passed on to you free of charge. Look, if you're serious about transforming your love life, and I don't use the word transforming lightly, then you should check this baby out.
Listen, let's grab a drink sometime.
All right.
Unless you're in a relationship or something.
I actually am.
Is it committed and exclusive, or is it open and flexible?
It's not open and flexible, but my best friend,
Yes.
super cute, so we can get the drinks together, but like I'm still in a relationship, so.
Okay. Well, okay, how about I get your number? You can send me some pics of your friends.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see.
Yes.
Okay, that's my mom's name. That's weird.
I'm telling you, follow the things that I discuss in this course, and I promise that you will become that guy. Like so many of my students, you too can become very comfortable in your interactions and your relationships with women. Attracting them, connecting with them, sleeping with them, building magic-like chemistry, and sharing crazy adventures. So, to get your hands on the solution to all of your romantic chemistry woes, click the link in the description or comment section below, then find the big yellow button and you'll be redirected to a payment page. Once you complete the payment process, you'll be taken to a thank you page and we'll send you an email including a link with your members login as well as an invite to the private Facebook group. Enter those details into the associated links and you'll have instant access to all 36 video lessons packed with real live in-field footage examples as well as the HS Premium Members community where you'll have direct access to me, my team, and other Casanovas. Again, enrollment will only be open for the next 5 days, and if we ever do reopen in the future, it will be at the official price of $997 instead of $497, and will not include the 6 live Q&A group calls. Remember, there is a 60-day money-back guarantee. If you are not satisfied for any reason, just let me know you are not happy and I will refund your money. There is absolutely no risk to you, so now is the time to act. Click the link in the description below, find that yellow button, and join the League of Romantically Competent Gentlemen. God, I cracked myself up. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.